Hey guys, this is a new series called The Tales of My Past. It's not going to be a linear series at all. They're going to be various tales from different points in my life that had a very, very specific meaning. I'm going to try to be as real with you as possible and not, sugarcoat anything that I don't have to sugarcoat. So I'm just going to get to the point. So this happened fairly recently. It wasn't that recent. It was 6 months ago, probably more than that, like 8 months ago. And it was homecoming for my school. This is a tale that has a lot of significance on how I have an outlook on life, but something that's a very troubling part of my past, I guess. Some things I did were not very ethical on my part, I should say. Nothing really bad to other people, I guess. There were a few things I did that I'm still regretting, but a lot of things I did to myself I won't be doing again. But that's not the point. So, let's get into the story. It's homecoming, and, well, it's the day of homecoming. It's not homecoming yet. It's a Saturday, and it's the morning. So, I'm going for a walk in the woods with my brother and my dad, and we're just doing a normal walk. It was pretty good, and we went off the path a little bit, and we just were having fun. We carved our names in trees and stuff, and during this time I was really daydreaming and envisioning what was to come later that night at homecoming, and the events that would take place, what I had planned in my head. So I had a lot envisioned, and everything I envisioned came true to a certain point. There were some things that were a little delusional that I thought could happen, but they were more dreams. They weren't really whatever. So later that night, I did some things that I won't be speaking about that got me ready for the dance, and the whole time I was just thinking about how I'm going to replicate the wedding. And you guys don't know about the wedding yet, but I'll be making another video about that tale. But I was basically trying to replicate this wedding where I danced with the girl all night, and had a lot of fun. So I spiced up the mood for myself, and I went to this dance, and when I got there, I instantly, I was kind of being an idiot, and I was just talking to people nonstop, people I haven't talked to in years, literally years, people I've just lost contact with. I would walk up to them and be like, hey, what's up, This was due to a few variables, but I was just in the mood to party and have a good time. So I was talking to some people I haven't, like I said, talked to since like freshman year and a bunch of times, and talked to all of them, and just short talk, kind of like, oh, hey, what's up? And I talked to some people that I kind of knew, friends of friends, and I had a good time at first. Which I had a good time the whole time, but it wasn't anything too special, just some conversation with people I didn't really know that well. So later that night, well, not later, I should say very, very, very early on, within maybe 2 songs in, I started asking random people, girls, to dance with me. And I danced with the total of 3 or 4. Can't really remember off the top of my head, but there was a lot. And first one was kind of gave me the cold shoulder. We danced one song, and she walked off, and I was like, okay, whatever. Then second one, we danced like one song again, gave me the cold shoulder, kind of just stopped dancing with me, and that was all fine, and I was like, okay, whatever. But I kept trying, and it was the third girl that we kind of hit it off, and it got really clingy kind of quick, and then that stopped, and after about 3 songs, she just kind of got pulled away from her friends, and I didn't pursue her. I just was like, okay, if she wants me, she can come and get me, kind of thing. And she didn't. So, fourth girl, I danced with her, and that's all cool, you know. She has a few friends, and not individually dancing with them, but we're just kind of like group dancing, and I'm getting my moves on the dance floor, and then later on, me and her really hit it off, and me and her just kind of slipped away from her group, and the 2 of us just danced the whole time. And it's funny, at first, didn't really know her name, and I got to know her name afterwards, like after about 2 or 3 songs in, and I'm like, oh, what's your name? And she's like, it's Angel. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm like, I'm Alex, whatever, and we're dancing and stuff, having a fun time. And yeah, then later, we danced the whole night pretty much together, and this was about halfway in when we met, so the rest of the dance we just stayed together, and we slipped away from her group very early on, and a couple slow dances. It got really, really clingy, really lovey-dovey real quick. I'm just gonna not sugarcoat it, just it got pretty, you know. There was lots of grabbing and feeling going on that dance floor from both of us, but yeah, and at the end, there was a slow song, and we made out, tongued each other, and later that night we got a picture together, not on my phone, because I didn't bring my phone. I don't think I did, at least, or I was just too out of my mind to realize I had a phone to take a picture, so we didn't, and yeah, so that was basically what happened on homecoming. It was really fun, but I did a lot of things I wouldn't do again. That girl, me and her lost contact literally, like, instantly. Yeah, I'm not joking. I talked to her once after that during school, and she was just kind of like, oh, hey, sorry, I don't want to talk to you anymore. That was just like, you know, a one night thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. So that's the tales of my past, guys. For homecoming, it was a party, let me tell you. So, more tales to come, more interesting stories. This was something that you guys probably didn't expect coming out of me, but it happened, and, you know, not like that anymore. Something I don't want to be anymore. And I'm not anymore. So yeah, there's going to be more really interesting stories from my past coming up soon about the wedding that I was talking about. That's a whole year ago now that I'm thinking about it. It's crazy. That's a year ago. And other cool parties and stories and stuff. So, like, favorite, and subscribe for more crazy stories from my past. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.